All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Kyle A80Z. Welcome to the DenCo battery build. I am Kyle A80Z, your host, and we have a whole myriad of people here. We've got over here, we got Jason from Ham Radio 2.0. We have Steve from KO4AFL Ham Radio. Sean, Ham Radio Dude. We got Sterling. Look at Sterling. Sterling and I are on the same stream together. Can you believe it?
It's amazing.
That's amazing. That's a rarity.
That's AI.
Exactly.
We have Dennis, the founder of this battery kit build that we're going to do, 86DM. Welcome, Dennis. And he's at Pacificon. And we're also going to get the lowdown on the new elecraft KH1. And then we've got Mike into MAK from Portable Ham Radio. Hello, how are you?
From Izzo's Garage.
Yeah, from Izzo's Garage.
Yeah. Yep. No, thanks for having me, and thanks, Izzo, for letting me be here.
So we are going to build the DenCo 5.5 amp hour battery. And Dennis, you want to do like a little quick introduction about, you know, maybe the history of this battery and when it's going to be on sale? The link is in the description below. So, yeah, take it away, Dennis.
You know, we're ham radio operators, so we love kits. And I found myself in a predicament because the demand for DenCo batteries far exceeded my bandwidth. And so this is actually a laziness step on my part of actually hoisting the DenCo batteries.
No, somebody's feeding back already.
Sterling.
Come on, Sterling.
That was Sterling. That was Sterling.
Sterling.
I muted him again.
Sorry, Dennis.
So essentially, this is laziness on my part. I'm pushing the build onto the person who wants the battery, and the kit was born. So these are all the components I use, and I tried to package them up in a very organized manner so that people could actually have an understanding of how LiFePro4 batteries work and how they're put together. And this can expand. You can actually take this kit and make it, build it into other things. You can put it into cases if you don't want to use the standard DenCo format. You can take larger cells. If you find other cells in other suppliers, you could actually use the same concepts to build much larger batteries.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty much the gist of why it exists. You will go to my site if you're interested and see that they're out of stock. I'm at Pacificon right now, so that's where all my stock is right now. But then I'll be catching up pretty soon, and they will be online, I'd say in the next 2 weeks or so.
Very good. So 6 of us bought this kit, and here is the first part of the kit. So it's just a plastic bag with a bunch of parts in it, and then the shrink wrap. I hear the shrink wrap is the hardest part. So here's the shrink wrap. And then the battery. So we are all going to put together the battery, and we have instructions from Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. I read through these instructions, and they're excellent. The pictures on them are clear, and it's great. All of us have either overhead cameras or a way to show what we're doing, and I kind of figured we're just going to all work at our own pace and put this thing together. And
that means I'll be last. And
Jason will be last. So in the chat, over under, who's going to put the battery kit together first? Who is the fastest and who is last?
Dennis will be first.
We want to hear what your Vegas odds are for putting this battery together. So we're all going to work at our own pace. You're going to be able to see the kit build. I think Big Jim put this together on his channel. So if you don't want to watch 6 of us put it together, you should probably turn this stream off and go watch Jim, because this stream is going to be somewhat of a train wreck from a, people are just going to be blurting out things that don't mean anything. We're going to be drinking. There's going to be swearing. Someone is going to lick the battery before the end of the stream and get electrocuted. So things are going to happen in this stream. If you're looking for some type of adventure, this is probably the stream. If you're looking for somebody to actually put this battery together and actually follow along, go watch Big Jim. So
wasn't hard at all.
Oh,
man, y'all are slow.
I wish I thought about that, dude.
So
smart move.
I've got one of those around here somewhere.
Mine's out in the truck from the activation tomorrow.
So I'm looking at the instructions, and obviously the first thing is to make sure that you've got all the parts here. That's called knurling, right? Where you lay out all the parts and everything. You make sure everything is there.
Let's back it up a little bit here.
Knurling. Now that's
knurling. KN.
Let me. I'm gonna fade off into the distance, but I'll be here for support.
Okay, sounds good.
Moral support.
I gotta do my overhead camera here.
Thank you, Dennis.
I gotta give Dennis
I'm
credit.
trying to think of what it is called.
He got the battery monitoring system with his own logo on it.
Yeah, it looks good.
That's a nice touch.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah, the BMS.
Yeah, the
DenCo
BMS.
branded.
QC Pass.
It's pretty cool. I didn't notice that before, but you're right. It does.
Amazon too.
It does.
He knows some people.
Don't spoil the fun, Sterling. All right. Carefully remove and store several safe the electrical tape over the positive and negative terminals.
Okay,
So if I'm not mistaken, Josh built one of these a year or two ago, and he had to tack weld his own. Is this the same battery or no?
No, I think that's
No.
a different one, right?
That's a different one. Okay. All right.
His is a
Priority
little bit
weld,
smaller, and
Okay.
that was one of the things is I wanted to make sure that people didn't have to buy a spot welder to make this kit.
Yeah.
So I did that for you.
Good. Okay. I noticed that first off, so thank you for that. That's pretty cool. So
So-
although I'm not opposed to buying more tools, but go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry.
No. So we're pulling the yellow tape off of the battery, right?
Top and bottom.
Top. Carefully remove the electrical tape over the positive and negative terminals. That would be the top and bottom.
Or is that the red and the black?
Oh, that's just the red and the black.
Oh, the
But
red and
then
the
the next
black.
steps are also the yellow pieces of tape. Those are
Yeah, the
tape.
Oh,
the
red and
Crapton.
black. The red and the black. Oh,
Space tape.
the piece of. Okay.
And I noticed, Kyle, you want to save that yellow tape.
Oh, I want to save that yellow tape. Okay. Oh,
Where's the
crap.
black?
You
You want to
throw it away. I got some
up
extra.
and throw.
The
Where's
black one should be.
Oh,
in
there's
your
the black
left
one.
hand.
I see it. It's black.
So I should not eat this yellow tape.
It doesn't taste good.
Nor should you eat yellow snow.
I was just
Well,
thinking that.
it depends on what you like.
True. And then we take the yellow tape out. Carefully remove the yellow Kapton tape over the battery pack sides. We'll reapply this. Holy crap! Who is building a desk in the background?
It's definitely a Sean over there.
Yeah,
Making all that noise.
I'm sure
It's
that
not
it
me
is
at
Sean.
all.
Sure
I'm not even moving.
I have to get my surgical pliers to get the tape off.
My God.
Oh, I see. So there's a little nubs here, and you got to take the
I'll
tape
put it
off.
right
All right.
there.
Right.
I hung my tape like flypaper.
Your anti-type scissors.
Okay. If this whole build consists of taking things apart, I'm going to do very well.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, demo is always the easy part.
All right. So the next step here that I'm on is optional but helpful. Use a piece of very fine grit sandpaper to lightly score the nickel strip terminal flaps. Nickel strip sides on the pack positive, pack negative, and bus bar in preparation for solder blobs. Ah, okay, gotcha. So I got a little piece of sandpaper here that
I'm just going to scratch it with like a knife or something.
Yeah, that was my thought. I just gotta.
Yeah, just don't short anything out and create a spark and set your house on fire.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna go.
it's going to take a lot more than 5.5 amp hours to set my house on fire.
You'd be surprised what these could do.
It's
I was
probably
gonna
true.
say, especially since you're out in the shed, right?
Don't put
Yes.
it next to the propane.
Propane.
there's a propane.
Propane accessories.
Every time I go into like a not a hard kit, but like something that has got a potential of like burning my house down, I always feel like I'm doing heart surgery. Like, well, I should not be doing this.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
guys, I'm already done. Ta-da!
Shut up, Beavis.
That's not it.
Oh, you're right.
All right. So you score the nubs, and then you also score the nickel strip.
Yeah, basically
Strip in the
just
middle.
score everything.
Okay. Anything that is basically connected to
Anything that's nickel strip, just make it ready for putting solder on it.
Damn it.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
You know, with the gig could do, there's no chance of burning my house down that I'm aware of. So this is kind of nerve-wracking. I'm kind of careless.
Okay. I have scored.
Congratulations, buddy.
I've scored. I've finished. I've scored. I got the score.
4 score and 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Hang on. Soldering iron's all tangled up.
I should probably take the bottom tape off too, right? Yeah.
I don't apply solder flex with a flex pin. I don't have any solder flex.
No, that sucks for you. I have some you can come
Oh,
borrow
here. Yeah. I'll trade you for
that power pole adapter.
the
that
power
I think,
pole adapter. Yeah. The
I think I left somewhere.
You should be fine, Jason. I think the solder will stick if you scored it.
Yeah, I don't
I
have a pin, but I
It just
have,
makes it a lot easier if you.
I scored it.
read this stuff.
It'll stick if you. Yeah. Never mind.
Score all of the things.
All right. Well, that was cool. I didn't set my house on fire in option 3, step 3.
It's good. It's
All
always a
right,
good
step
thing.
4. Fluxing ain't easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something, Kyle. You didn't read the warnings. You skipped straight to the instructions.
Oh yeah. There's. I mean, why? Your warnings are for children.
Right.
Basically, never bridge any terminals. That's the main warning.
That's a good. That's a good thought.
I wonder what'll happen if I bridge it with solder after I breathe all the fumes.
Mm-hmm.
They solder blobs on the pack positive and negative terminal flaps.
I don't think I have. I might have to go get some solder or some flux.
Here, walk on down. You can have some.
If you don't have solder and this is your kit build, that is a major fail, dude. Even I have solder. I mean,
I'm going to use some interesting flux. I don't have my flux pin with me.
Is it with my wedding ring? Oh no!
I have to wonder where
I
half
think
of
it's a
my
little
shit-
bit far apart.
In one of my iterations of building this in prototypes, I actually had this little wire thing that held my soldering iron upright, and it's attached to the soldering iron, and it bridged 2 of the batteries, and the holder caught fire from the heat. The batteries themselves will not theoretically have thermal runaway, but it can get very hot, and I did burn my hand. So it is very important. They will put out a lot of current if they get bridged.
That's cool.
That's scary to know.
A little bit.
Have you ever considered 3D printing the battery holders? And
Oh yeah, definitely. If there's a good design, because I like these, they're very thin. But I've seen several 32650 cell holders in 3D printed form. In fact, I shared one on Twitter. This guy 3D prints his own, and they're really nice. They're custom. They make the pack really sleek.
That's cool.
But,
That's very cool.
For one thing, I couldn't print fast enough.
If you ever need help with that, I got you.
It's a high volume process, but I still haven't found a good enough design.
Okay, well, yeah, that's cool. I was just kind of curious, but if you do need help with the amount of printing, then let me know. I have a couple of printers.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
1, 2, 3.
So I scored with the sandpaper. I scored the wrong areas. It's in the middle.
You just have to throw it away and start over.
Yeah.
You have to do both, Kyle. The tab and
it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Where
I scored everywhere,
hands or in the middle. I do the middle.
You could score on your hands, but
I scored yesterday.
I think the chat
today.
is starting a drinking game about the word score.
That's fine with me.
But yeah, I see Scout in there, so
Better than Texas.
I got this new soldering iron, and we'll see how this works out because it's it's one of those Amazon specials and it already smells like it's cooking.
Hey, all you need is a Heiko soldering iron, man. It's one and done.
All I need is some money.
There's this new thing called YouTube. Okay, step 6 is done. I'm trying to stay ahead of you guys, which for me is to keep up with you. So,
Hey, if you get ahead of us, you can go build your DX Commander.
see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep up.
And for those who are watching, if you want to see these instructions, you can just go to DenCo.enterprises, go to the shop. You can find the instructions in the, or you could use that URL.
I was gonna say any one of us.
Everyone pops up the QR code.
DIY build.
Right.
And but if you go to my shop, you can actually find the out of stock listing, and at the top of the description is the instructions, so you can see what they're all reading but not showing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You want me to share that in the chat? The PDF file. I just got it open in Chrome. Here it is in the chat, guys. If y'all want to see it.
Feeling good about this. I got some solder in there, and it's cool.
Okay.
Take the 3M double-sided tape and affix the strips to the second and third cells. Okay, so there's only 2 pieces of double-sided tape. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
That's all I had.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Let's see.
And just put them on the right side of the one with the positive and negative exposed.
Yeah, I turned my battery the
you're
way you
good.
have in the
You're
picture
good.
there. So
Yeah. Some people are like, I don't need no stinking instructions, and then they'll be like, oh, it doesn't work out.
Kyle didn't tell us until about 10 minutes before the stream that we'd have to read instructions on the live stream tonight. So.
Why didn't we bring Frank on to read for us?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm glad there's photos.
Yes. Yeah. I don't read the instructions. I just look at the photos. Look at the pictures.
They used to go ahead.
If I can't figure that out, I'll be like, okay, let me read that.
I used to get comments on my YouTube videos all the time, like, "Didn't you read the manual?" And I'm like, "Bro, it didn't have photos."
There was a manual.
I make a YouTube video to tell how intuitive it is to open a radio and just pick it up and start using it without reading the manual. That's the point of it.
Right.
If it's not intuitive, if it's like got Yezu menus in it, then you need a manual.
Listen, if I knew how to read, I would have went to college and I would have been
All right,
professor in rocket science or something.
That's right.
I like pictures.
Now install the BMS. This diagram how it's designed. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that was easy. Done. Should probably turn off the soldering iron for a minute.
Okay.
Hey,
It seems to me like Jason's the one who's ahead. Well, maybe Steve is ahead.
I'm trying to stay ahead so that I don't have to play catch up. I have no desires to finish early or no fantasies to finish early. I just want to be as far as everybody else did.
And I got a Halloween party to go to after this, so get her done.
What are you going to dress up at? Ham radio operator?
I'm going to dress up as a ham.
Looks like he's
engineer.
Looks like he's dressed up as Kyle. Okay.
Thought about putting a bag over my head.
My grandma used to do that whenever family pictures would happen.
what the?
She was an odd duck.
Aren't we all?
Old Grandma Craig, she was an odd one.
There's shrink wrap over the black wire? Okay, that's odd.
Yep.
Cut off the very end.
All right, I'm done with my soldering, boys and girls, and my batteries have not blown up yet.
Well, that's always good. I'm opening Kyle's tackle box.
Ah, yes.
To get my... Spending the night with beer and strippers.
I got to go back a few steps here.
Huntsville all over again, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, slide the cut off the very end of the black BMS negative wire.
All right, so I think most of us, I'm probably last here because I'm looking at the chat and trying to do some other stuff in the background here. On
Arthur, thanks for the super chat.
Oh, Arthur, thank you. DenCo for the win. I scored one several months ago and works awesome. Dennis does great work. Thank you, Arthur. W6HER. Thanks, Arthur. Appreciate it.
Arthur is a resident All-Star user connected to our All-Star system that we're on. So you guys join us over there.
Oh, very cool.
He sure is. I jump on there every now and then, and I see him all the time. And a big supporter of all the channels, too.
Yeah, he stays connected most of the time.
Yeah, thanks, Arthur. Appreciate it.
He's also
wait, which side's positive, which side's negative?
The one with the dash is negative.
The dash?
So, Sterling, you got it right. You're correct.
Yeah, I'm just looking off the pictures, but then I was like,
it's kind of hard to get it wrong. If you invert the BMS, you won't be able to get the wires to work. So,
well, see, I'm colorblind because this red wire looks like it's blue to me. So
it's blue. That's blue.
Oh,
it is blue.
It is blue.
Oh,
but
I was wondering
there's
why
only
this wire
really
was
one
red.
way to position that BMS, and if you have to really try to mess it up.
Well,
want to see that real quick?
Can't say I'm red.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Dennis, hopefully we're not taking you from too much from Pacificon. What was going on at Pacificon today that struck your eye?
Oh, well, I mean, I got here in the afternoon. I know that there was all the antenna forums started in the morning. I missed that, but the expo started at 3 p.m. and I got here after 3. And I just wanted to go see that new elecraft thing.
Right.
And
they have one there?
Yeah, they had a demo unit. The owner of elecraft, Wayne, is here, and he was talking about it.
Is there a line to look at it?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people, and I couldn't ask him any questions, such as, can I buy one right now?
Yeah.
And
right.
But it's really tiny. It's kind of like, it's smaller than a mountain topper, I would say.
Really?
And it's a 5-bander. Yeah. Has a built-in antenna. and it's a really cool. It has a built-in key and everything, so
I
it's your all-in-one soda thing.
I may have bought one today. I can't remember. I pretty much started drinking beer right about the time I found it, and I'm like, there's one way to actually get one of these things.
Yeah, their bundle, according to the price list I saw, it's $1,099.
That's for the so that's for the kit
bundle.
that comes with the radio itself is only about 5.5.
Yes.
And for a made in the USA, just highest quality you can get, elecraft flex radio, highest quality radios you can get. That's not a bad price in my opinion. But who's talking to me?
But
All right.
The Pacificon has just started. The main stuff happens tomorrow.
So
And,
Pacificon is a Saturday Sunday show or a Friday afternoon Saturday Sunday show?
it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Friday event is the antenna classes. So there's a series of forums and classes that just talk about different antennas and building them, and
Gotcha.
all aspects of that.
Right.
But the main event is Saturday, and then Sunday the big thing is the swap meet.
Yeah, gotcha. I will get up to Pacifico at one point in my life.
I almost went this year, and I just at the last minute decided not to. But
It's just really small. That's all I gotta say.
it's pretty much.
Yeah, I kept
bog-
thinking about going as well, but
But the difference, like Pacifico, is all of the big vendors, or not all of them, but like Flex
most
is there,
of them.
right?
Yeah,
And
Flex has their own room.
and ICOM and
Mhm.
the ARL and elecraft, and so like you get all of the big vendors there. But it's what is funny to me is it's a small show, but all the big vendors come. So like you also get these regional hamfests that are bigger than Pacifico or Pacificon, but the big vendors don't show up.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. I thought PacificCon was actually bigger than it was, but somebody told me it was small, and I'm like, well, everybody's there though, so that's kind of
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Well, we should, if you guys are serious about going, we should Airbnb it next. Because really, the reason I didn't go this year, I could have gotten a round trip plane ticket for like $240, and I'm like, shoot, I can do that. So, but I didn't really have a place to stay. So, if you guys are serious about going next year, we should Airbnb it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Just don't
There
let
is
Jim rent
a-
the Airbnb.
No. We won't let Jim or Chuck into the mix at all.
There is a lack of YouTubers here, so there's not much documentation. I'm going to try to do some video and capture the event, but
Good.
that's the big discrepancy between this and the other major hamfests is that normally you got a ton of cameras floating around, people vlogging and touring.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
15 vloggers running my ham fests.
there's nobody, like no YouTubers up there. You haven't seen any yet.
No? Well, I mean, I hung out with Good Game a little bit, but he doesn't really video.
Right.
He's here and he's actually keynoting tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
But this is my first time to meet Steve Good Game. He's representing the education side of the ARRL. I talked to David Minster and what's his name? Rick
Roderick.
Roderick.
Roderick, yeah, the president.
Yep.
Big P.
Yep. But they were
Uh,
it was funny because David was saying we need to have more people active in your generation, and he was pointing to me as if I was a youth.
Mhm.
And I was like, hey David,
Utes.
how old do you think I am? And he's like, oh, you got to be like 30 or so. I'm like, no, I'm 50, man. I'm not 30. I'm not the younger
30, thank you.
generation.
50's young for ham radio, man.
Yeah, it's the new 30.
Yeah.
50's new 30 ham radio.
I'm over here 31 like, hello, I don't have any gray hair. Actually, just kidding. I have like one gray hair in my beard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. Let's see it. Yank it out.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
More grow back.
Yeah, more. Yeah. You
Two
should.
will grow back.
You should embrace the gray.
I had gray here in my beard. You can still kind of see it when I was in the 8th grade, dude. That doesn't mean anything. Seriously, I'm not joking. When my beard first came in, it was gray right here. So gray beards don't mean anything. That's my story.
It means wisdom, right?
It means wisdom.
Gray hair doesn't mean anything until it goes south.
I said gray beards is what I said, not gray hair. Oh, damn it, Venus.
The stream went south real quick.
Yes,
It's my stream. I can do whatever I want.
it's true.
I'm not going to fight you on that one.
All right. So I am just now crimping this power pole here. Oh, come on. Do I have
Yeah.
I'm surprised this cheap old Harbor Freight stripper is actually working out really well on these thin BMS wires.
Oh my gosh, what is going on here?
Dadgum light keeps flickering.
This freaking thing, I can't hold it in place. What am I doing wrong?
Trying to hold it.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
Yeah, that's why I recommend the tweezers.
Yeah, you know what? I think I've got some saw off its tweeter.
Oh my god, these. I gotta get better power pole crimpers. The thing sucks.
I just soldered mine on because I don't have crimpers.
This thing sucks. I hate it. But what are you gonna do?
Did it get stuck?
Yeah, it's just like it's like the tolerances are off. All right.
It looks like you put it in the end with the 15 amp connector in.
Well,
when it
Dennis, pointing out my yeah, I did. You're right.
should have been a 30.
Yeah. The 15 ones are a lot smaller, and I should have known that. You're totally right, man. All right, so
Don's N5SKT says, I can't believe Jim made this look easy. So far, I have not run into any problems, so I would not call this hard. Now, Mike says you guys aren't done yet, but I'm like, well, at least we're here. He's not even here, so he must have been scared to do this. That's what I think. But that's that's my opinion.
Dropping the gauntlet.
oh, you know what? This thing is not. I need to crimp it better because it is all candy wampus.
Isolate the black
Candy
wire.
wampus.
There we go.
Isolate the black wire.
I don't know if it's going to fit into this. I might have to redo this power pole.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing crimped it.
What'd you do?
Well, I'm going to
You
have
got
to.
any spares?
Yeah, I got plenty.
Yeah.
As a ham, you should.
Oh yeah, I need to cut.
Have
this.
you seen his tackle box?
So you're just gonna have it a little bit shorter on the output lead.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Isolate the black wire.
Oh yeah, I have plenty of spare. Plenty.
Add it to the pack negative.
Dennis, I'd rather ask for permission first, but yeah, I assume the power pole I could just wait and to install it till later when everything else is done. Per se, just assuming that I lost my power pole.
I do this logically. I mean, I've shorted the output leads, and that's why I advise doing the black one first. But it's up to you. If you know what you're doing, then yeah, you can.
Yeah, all right, cool. I'm gonna put my tongue on it. Thanks.
Yes.
So this black wire here that comes off of the BMS, are you shorting? Do you cut
That
the black
goes
wire
to-
down to side?
Yeah, you can. You can cut it to the
You don't need this.
distance
You don't
and-
need this whole length
No, you
Okay.
have to measure it up to where it goes, and then
to where it goes. Yeah.
cut
Okay.
it, strip it, and then
Okay.
put it on that little solder blob on the side.
Yes. Yeah, that's the instruction part I'm on right now. I just. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
All right. Recrimped. Now let's see if this thing fits in there. Come on. Gosh. There we go. Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Okay.
Right. Kyle did not fail.
Jeez, I'm so far
Yes.
behind. All right, so now I got to, you know what I feel like? I feel like remember that scene in Die Hard whenever the guy with the chainsaw is cutting all those tubes with the wires in it, and I'm
Yeah,
down
yeah,
below, and
Yep.
I'm trying to solder all all the connections. I feel like that dude. All right, so we're gonna cut the blue wire, and
Wait, no, don't do that. Boom. Get it?
actually, in the chat, we should figure out if Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say the next time I'm going to watch that because I don't know what you're talking about, but I need to watch it again to get the references.
Oh yeah,
This has
It is
been
the
long.
best Christmas
This has
movie.
been long discussed, and it was determined. Pretty sure it was determined on a Christmas happy hour I did on my channel a couple years ago. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
oh yeah,
Yes.
it's totally a Christmas movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
So is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Good answer.
Yes, it is.
You know, they're doing a 30th anniversary of that at the theater over here by my house this week.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Very dope.
I don't think I've seen it since the first time I saw it in the theater 30 years ago. Yeah, see,
All right.
Jim's in the chat, and he says Die Hard's a Christmas movie. That might be the most accurate thing I've ever heard Jim say. But- What's up, Jim? Good to have you, buddy.
Big Jim.
Jim. All right.
Ow, that's hot.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets that way.
That might be a little bit.
Okay. Negative.
You have your
battery.
option on how to run the positive wire.
And then take the next wire, first red wire next to the black. Okay. Next to the black.
Wow, Steve, good job. You are well on your way.
Is there, Dennis? Is there a point in here where you're like, you should really pay attention to this step and don't screw it up?
I think you already passed that point.
Okay, very
It
good.
sounded like a no to me. I mean, if you've already passed that point, then it couldn't have been that important.
So I am now I'm quoting movies. Have you guys seen Spies Like Us? Where he's like,
Oh
and the
gosh, one of the best.
Oh yeah.
and the first incision, I will incise.
I will in size.
He's like,
I
cut the sucker.
I'll just step out for a quick smoke.
Just reading the manual under the table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right now.
I will incise. Cut the sucker.
I was measuring for skeletal girth, muscle tone, and skeletal girth.
God, I could watch that movie all day, every
I
day.
love that movie. That's a great movie.
Melt the solder blob on the negative flap. Oh, I hope I got the negative flap.
Flap.
It's the one with the flat battery end.
Yeah, okay, got it. Yep.
I had that,
So,
that was a challenge for me. The soldering that blue wire
Yes.
on the negative. Like I needed like 4 hands to do that.
It's actually
but-
that's what the flathead tweezers are for. It really
Yeah.
helps. If you have
Oh,
those.
okay. Let me get some. I will now incise.
Yeah.
I will now in size.
So I got to ask: has anyone built a battery before? in
No,
this,
this is my.
Negative.
Did
Negative,
Ta-da!
negative.
I win? What do I get?
Shut up, Bivas.
Oh, you're already done?
I'm done, son. Well, I haven't tested it, but
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
I got
that's
this
if you,
much going. I got
that's
all
how
the
you
things
know if
soldered
you
and wired
won.
up.
I haven't tested it.
You got to get the multimeter out.
Take the
Yes.
next.
Where would that be? Multimeter. We go on a multimeter hunt.
Come over. I got one.
Yeah, walk across the room, Sterling.
All right, that part is done. I feel so.
Yeah, that's the second hardest part.
Which
Okay,
part?
that is done.
The blue wire is the second hardest part.
Oh, you think the shrink wrap's the hard part? I think you're probably right, dude. I mean, yeah. I did some shrink wrap on. I put some power poles on a Miati battery I had, and that shrink wrap was a bitch. I'm like, what? This thing won't go on here. How does Kevin do
to
this?
really do it a lot to understand how it's gonna.
Okay, so now let me. All right. Oh, his ends almost touched the battery. Could have blown the whole thing up.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab my buddy pole, or the power mini.
It's good you mentioned that, Kyle. There's a very slight chance that if those BMS leads touch the wrong terminal, they could fry something inside the BMS.
Yeah.
I should probably add that to the instructions.
Perhaps
Yes.
you shouldn't plug the wires into the BMS until they're all soldered.
Well, that's the ideal
Mm.
thing, but it's really hard when they're
It's hard
this
to hold it.
small, and
Yeah, I can see that.
I've tried that in my builds where I just tape the bundle on top of the BMS, but then I get the wire lengths all wrong, and it's really hard to put it in.
Yeah.
You know,
I hope you
so
all
I just
enjoyed
tell them
that.
to plug it in.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, Dennis. That makes sense.
Okay, so now I've taken the black wire, and now I need to take it and solder it to the blob on the negative lead, right?
On the side, yeah.
Yep.
Got volts. 13 volts.
Jim said that added 3 dB, whatever you just did.
Nice.
West Mountain Radio has really quick shipping. I got them. Yes.
So you just ordered your DenCo from West Mountain Radio?
No, the crimper's right here.
He just ordered them tonight.
Wow.
I just ordered them and they showed up.
1 day
10
shipping.
minutes ago.
Overnight.
Or they were in the tool bag that I looked in 3 times and I just didn't look good enough.
Or that.
Hate that. Hate when that
You
happens.
didn't look good enough. You look fine, son.
I needed that. Thank you.
That's what Big Jim would say.
Big Jim!
You look fine.
All right. So
Okay.
let me melt this. A lot of melting going on. It's like the melting pot.
Mhm.
What the hell?
The hell
Take
be this?
the last wire and route it to. Oh,
Okay.
okay, upside down. Take the last wire and route it to
All right,
there. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
done. It's like every time I get done with a step, I need a cookie.
That's how I used to do homework in college. I'd have Reese's Pieces right next to me. And I'd be like, done with that problem. Took me 7 pages, 1 Reese's Pieces.
Hmm.
Kids don't
Reese's.
do college. It's crazy.
Reese's Pieces.
You know, I think this kit is not nearly as hard as the antenna kit you got with all the toroids that you have to do.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this is what we should have done at Youth on the Air. Well, actually, no, that's a bad idea. Because you would have definitely seen a fire.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
What intent?
Have you ever seen like an electrical or a chem lab where it's like if there's a soldering iron on the table, everything plastic within sight has craters in it from all the kids like poking at it, all of the plastic and melting,
Oh, of course.
and then wood burning into the desk. Like it's just what they do. It's just what they do.
It's just what they do.
Dang children.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I grabbed my dad's Weller and I took the whole spool of solder and made it into a nice pool in the middle of the garage.
I bet he was happy about that one.
Yeah,
You
you
love that.
gotta have goals.
I took my dad's Vice on the bench and crushed Hot Wheels with it.
Yeah.
Until the Vice broke, and he was like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, "Demolition? I don't know."
We used to get those Hot Wheels, and we'd take the gummy tires and put them in the microwave and make bigger tires out of them.
That's good.
I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Oh yeah.
What we doing?
Okay, so yes, I'm soldering the red wire. So if I blow up, see you later.
Take the pre-cut link.
See you on the other side.
As long as the stream doesn't end, we're good.
Right. The stream must go on.
So Sterling, you'll have to come over here and stop the stream.
And resuscitate.
Just make sure my
I'm
dog
not
gets
putting my
fed.
mouth on you, so
Yeah. Just
I'll
make
take
sure my
care of
dog gets fed.
the helper.
Right.
Take care of Pixie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's doing there.
I'll just call Caitlin. We'll be okay.
Well, it'll take her a while to get down here.
This is true.
Okay, so
So Steve, it looks like you're doing it the hard way and
Of
just
course
kind
I
of
am.
trying to mold it around
Yep.
the
Because
battery body. But that'll work.
Okay,
That'll do.
so I take the next red wire, and looks like it comes up here to. Oh, let's see.
Yes, you're
Got it.
right, Kyle.
Got it. Okay, looks good.
That's the second series.
A
Okay.
few steps behind there, Kyle.
I know. Well, you know, Grandma was slow, but she was old.
I did realize I skipped a step. I soldered the red wire before putting the power pole on, but
Power
it all
pole
worked
on
out in the end.
As long as you don't touch anything, it should be fine.
Yeah, and then lined up pretty well.
Should
Pretty
we?
good.
Should we all wait until we're getting ready to heat shrink this thing, and we should all heat shrink together?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I gotta
Sterling,
figure out where my heat gun
you
is.
chose to go above the BMS. Can you show that to me? I have never done that. I've just said
Oh.
that's an option.
yeah,
Yeah, it looks
That's-
good. It's
I trimmed
actually
a tiny bit from the red wire to get to that point. but-
that's actually more that has a stronger hold. It's like the way that I do it, where it goes on the other side. You could
Mhm.
actually rip the positive off if you yank on the
Oh yeah, because there's a
on the
little.
power pole. Whereas this one is actually stronger this way.
Yeah, because when you yank it, it pulls this straight down.
Yeah.
The way I
Soldered it.
soldered it is, with they kind of fanned up.
And there have
And then
been people who
it's gonna go
told me
around.
that that soldering is not. You should never have a mechanical, I guess,
Solder connection. Yeah.
soldering. Yeah, you should. But I don't know. I'm open to suggestions because that's how I see it done commercially. And I don't know any other way to really do it.
Okay, so I have this.
Use my
the
old Walmart
sec-
card to bin this.
So then the third one here in the series. Oh my gosh, I got dog hair all over the place. The third one comes up around and here.
Correct.
okay. So what's the zip tie for?
That's just to hold the two output leads together, but you don't need it if you went over the top.
Okay, which I did.
Where's the over the top of what?
Over the
The
top of the
BMS.
BMS.
Oh, okay.
You're at that step now, Jason. And
Yes.
You can choose to have it either on the bottom like I make them or over the top.
Is it long enough to go over the top?
It is. It's almost perfect to go over the top.
Yeah.
The way you're
I
going
tried
right
to
now.
make it just
Yeah.
right.
Just like that, Jason.
Like, yeah.
Like this.
Okay. Well, then you've got a little bit of extra cord in your black wire, then I guess, right?
Got a little extra zip.
Well, I trimmed some of the red before I put the power pole on.
Oh,
Like
did
that's
you?
that's what got me. I soldered this first, and then I routed the run, and then I looked at the instruction. I'm like, wait, I skipped something.
Hmm.
And then I saw it was routed around the bottom, but it's like, oh, that's fine. Trimmed a bit off the red, and then
So it
put the
goes right.
power pole on.
Why is there a black wire? There's not a black wire in that picture.
I've got an extra wire.
Oh,
Oops,
that.
don't need it.
Oh,
I've
I
got
see. I
Few
just
extra wires.
I just made the black wire longer than. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Yep. That's how you do it, Jason.
Okay.
Oh, so it kind of.
Yeah, I had my black wire go all the way around instead of going straight. So I got an extra black wire. I mean, but it's soldered to the right place, so it doesn't matter.
And that's the beauty of shrink wrap is you hide all of that
Yes.
afterwards.
Yep.
Indeed.
So, Dennis, where did you like learn how to do all this crap? And like
Trial and error.
decide that you were going to try
I
and
went
burn
to
your house.
YouTube,
Like
Google it.
at what point?
Somewhere around 2018, I found Julian White's videos, OH8STN,
Yeah.
Survival Tech Nord.
Yep.
And I think K at MRD has a similar story, but he showed how to make your own solar generator pretty much with headway cells.
I've seen that. I've seen that video.
And from there, I was like, man, this is cool. I'm going to make millions of batteries now. And I did. And I'd make one. I'd be like, oh, I don't even need this. I'm just going to give it to someone. And after a while, people started asking, do you sell these? And I would say, no way, man. People will catch themselves on fire if I sell these. So that's why everything in the DenCo site and even all the paperwork that you got has all kinds of disclaimers and waivers on it. But essentially, the market won out, and I decided to start making them available.
Gotcha.
Good call.
But I'd say it was about 3 years of trial and error before we came to this kit design.
So did you get to a point where, obviously you got to a point where, all right, this is the final design, but how many iterations do you think you went through before you decided upon this?
I would say close to 100.
You think? Wow.
Really, that many?
I tried all kinds of BMSs, all kinds of cell sizes.
And you just researched like on the internet to find the BMS that you wanted and the cells that you wanted, and you would buy them and you would test them and say, all right, this doesn't work or that doesn't work.
Well, I mean, Life Before is pretty standardized in terms of like BMSs available and cell voltages and all that. So it was just testing out which ones I liked the best.
Gotcha.
And I like these red Deley BMSs, which are rebranded with DenCo on them, because they're just easier to work with. You don't have to solder onto the BMS like a lot of them are made to be. And they're waterproof. Not that you're going to dunk this battery in water, but they're just very reliable and easy to work with. I've only blown up one of them.
What?
You weren't
how did
trying
that?
hard enough.
How did that happen? Like, did what?
It was a completely incorrect wiring, and I blow up as a exaggeration, but
Oh, you're on camera.
I did.
Look at
I
that.
did release the magic smoke.
Look at that. 12.7 volts. I think I'll take it.
12.7. Mine's at 13.1.
Well, good for you.
I just looked up at the stream, and Sterling was nowhere to be found, and then he popped up out of the. I was like, "What's it? A rabbit?"
Mine didn't sit in tariff country for a week.
I got mine literally today. So Dennis obviously sent me a battery that he's sitting at the bottom of the pile. So, which is okay. No, I got mine. No, 12.7 volts is good, man. I mean, that's not a problem. We'll charge it up and get it done. That's fine with me. Okay, test the
FEP Labs. Big Jim is asking, were there any incidents during the development process? And yes, there were, definitely. I think I shared one of them early on before you joined, Jim, that I shorted 2 of the cells and ended up lighting up the holder because it just got so hot that the plastic caught on fire and burned my hands. But despite that, I know we're all scared of batteries because of lipos blowing up, cell phones blowing up, but this is the safest chemistry. So if you do intentionally try to make it catch on fire, at most you'll just get the heat and some venting. It's not going to just explode on you.
To be clear, cell phones have lithium-ion batteries.
Yes.
And this is a lithium iron phosphate battery.
Do they have
similar,
lithium,
very
lithium
similar.
ion or lithium polymer?
Well, some of
Both.
each. Some of each. Yeah.
Yep.
But it's not lithium iron phosphate in the cell phone.
So a lot of people also ask me questions. They're like, well, why don't you use 18650s, which is a smaller type of cell? And those are lithium polymer. It's hard to get the 12 volts you need for radio. It's either 11 or 16 volts. And those are the kind of batteries that if you're not careful, they will explode. So I don't really mess with lithium polymer. You know, there are a lot of people who like to make e-bike batteries and power their mountain toppers with lithium polymer batteries, but I just don't mess with them.
I don't like to give Mike a lot of credit, but he does know a lot about batteries. And he says that lithium polymer, if I remember correctly, he said lithium polymer, you can pack a lot of juice into one. You don't have to, you can make them smaller and pack a lot of juice into one.
Yep.
I think that makes them not last as long, but I'm not sure on that. But yeah, a lot of your e-bikes have lithium polymer, and a lot of your smaller solar generator power stations will have lithium polymer. But yeah,
you'll get a few hundred or lithium ion or lithium electrolytes, so the lithium ion, like the packs for cell phones, you'll get a few hundred cycles out of them. Lithium polymer is a little bit more. It's maybe 1,000 to 2,000, whereas lithium iron phosphate, 2,000 plus. Some even profess to be like 7,000 cycles. So
I think Bioenno's 3,000 to 4,000 is what they claim.
Yeah.
So
if you charge and discharge this battery for 10 years, it'll still be good, and it will only degrade to like 80% of its capacity.
I'm a fan of that. Be right back.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this next part here is fold the battery end paper in a little more than 1 centimeter over the edge of the battery. Do not peel back yet.
Use your driver's license if you have it with you.
I do.
Or some sort of hard card.
I don't understand what that's supposed to look like. Oh, I see what he's doing there.
You're just covering the ends with it.
Just covering the ends with it? Okay. And then
I should have put that as an optional step. Some people have their cells visible on the ends.
I mean, it's all going behind the shrink wrap anyway, right?
Well, the shrink wrap doesn't cover the very ends.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
So Dennis, so the charging, talk to me about the charging mechanism here. If you have, from what I understand, what you told me is if you have bought a Bioenno battery before, you can use that charger to charge this battery. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. The Bioenno chargers typically have a barrel connector. It's a 5x5 by 2.1 millimeter. And it's 14.6 volts. Any 14.6 volt power source with, up to 6 amps would be fine for charging this battery.
You should be able to charge the battery with any LiFePO 4 charger.
Yes, anything that's branded LiFePO 4
LiFePO 4 charger, yeah,
will work. For someone who doesn't have a battery, hasn't had a battery before, or doesn't work with power poles, you will have to have an adapter between the power poles and the barrel. And
there's the adapter that Dennis sells.
I sell that as well.
Bioenno has something like that as well.
This BMS is called a common port BMS, so that means the charge and discharge happens through the same wire. And the separate port BMSs have a separate connection for charging. I just use these for simplicity's sake, but that means that if you want to do something like have a solar panel plus use this at the same time, you would have to attach a power pole splitter to the end.
So you're saying I went out and bought this thing, but I don't need it.
Correct.
Although it'd be convenient. I use this for other things. I've got some really, really old LiPos that want to catch my house on fire that I try to keep from being discharged.
In reality, the Buddy Pole Power Mini, someone mentioned it earlier, has power poles on it. Plug this into that. And
that's
plug
perfect.
Anything.
The Power Pole Mini or Buddy Pole Power Mini is
Power Mini
for this.
Correct. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Great. Probably the best non-NPPT solar charge controller I've ever seen.
Like that one right there?
That is it. Yep. That is it.
Very nice.
It's a great product.
13.1. Look at that. 13.1.
Dennis chipped me if he sent me one with 12.7.
Yeah, who's got the best volts here? I think I had a 13.16.
No, we want to go that low. Let's see.
So Dennis, we got. I've not seen it in the chat, but I just got an IM
13.6.
here. Where can they buy this again? At after Pacificon?
My website is shop.denco.enterprises.
The link is in the description below.
Steve
Yeah,
just
Steve will put
pasted
it in the chat. Yep.
And it's actually listed there, but it's currently out of stock because I brought all my available stock to Pacificon.
Dennis, do you have an affiliate program? Kyle wanted to know.
I did not. No. I don't want to. No.
Come on. We're YouTubers, man.
No,
we
I
asked
know.
the guys at the Troll Pub in Dayton if they had an affiliate program after we dropped all that money in.
You go and buy Dennis's stuff with as is. Don't.
As is. No, I'm making
I
a
do
joke.
appreciate
I'm making a
you
joke.
piloting this. And one of the things that I said to Kyle when he was first asking about this was, well, I said that you would be the guinea pigs, but if you have any feedback on the instructions, on the actual process, please send it to me because
I was ready for you to be like, send it to device null.
And I asked the same of Jim. He did a series of videos in his build, but I just want to refine the instructions so that there's less confusion and that people are able to get through this pretty quickly.
Yeah, this was. I mean, I'm not done.
Good.
Yeah, the pictures are great. I put a kit together last week that the instructions were like all words and no pictures. Oh my gosh, that was like, I'd much rather,
just do it yourself.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
You got to have like a ham side degree to do all words and no pictures. If you're just a regular ham radio operator, you need pictures with it.
And regular ham radio operator.
Regular ham radio.
Here's an example of that the Bioeno power supply.
Yep.
Just put on power pole adapters and you're good to go.
I can't remember if I bought one of those.
I was gonna say
I'm looking around for it, but
the other one is who's the guy that hangs out at Ham Source?
Kevin.
No, not Kevin.
Ryan.
The guy that does the antenna disconnect.
Yeah, the antenna disconnect and the portable.
You're talking
battery
about
charger.
Bob Paradine.
Paradine. Yep.
Dan Paradine.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
If you have one of his mobile chargers,
Yeah,
it's got barrel or power pole.
I think that I got a Bioeno that they were on surplus. They were contracted and the contract fell through and they only had the power pole connector on the end of it. So the charger that they sent me came with the barrel connector to power pole. So
Okay.
I've got 3 Bioeno. Yeah, I think they all came with I've got a 2 amp, a 4 amp, and a 6 amp. And I think and I got the 6 amp from Amazon, honestly. Kevin sent me the 2 and the 4 amp, but I think they all came with those adapters, the barrel to power pole. The Gigaparts LifePo 4 chargers come with power poles, but they're kind of noisy RFI wise. They're higher. They have a 6 amp and a 15 amp, but they're a little bit RFI noisy. Now, honestly, you probably shouldn't be charging a battery while you're using it in the field anyway. Charge your batteries the night before you go out to POTA, but it's just like I said, as long as it's a LifePo 4 charger, it should work fine.
okay, so what am I doing with this Sacramento library card here? Am I?
You're just using it as an aid to fold that paper because
Yeah.
that paper is very hard to work with.
Yeah, gotcha. Let me.
So, Dennis, which cells do you use for these, or do you not want to give that info out?
The brand?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce the name. It's watching
Okay.
LifePo 4 cells. I'm actually working with the manufacturer on getting a lot more.
Cool.
But as of right now, I'm dwindling on the stock.
Okay.
and they are 32,650 in size. So you can go on AliExpress or Alibaba and take a look, try to find them. But there's probably a markup on those. And they are rated as 6 amp-hour cells, but I say 5.5 because in my tests they test from like 5.6 to 6.
Okay.
So I'm not overstating like a lot of companies do, and they'll say, "Oh, it's actually 8 amp hours" when it's really 6 or something. Like
I was gonna say, like this one that I just found that says 8.2.
Sorry to interrupt you. Do you want me to show on the screen a computer-based analyzer result of your battery?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I know that.
Right.
I know that M Radio dude here never trusts me, so he wanted to test one of my batteries.
Yeah, I was gonna say if
To be
you've
fair,
been
I don't-
trusting them.
To be fair, I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Does that
Right.
include
But,
yourself?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, so I also have a disclaimer. I don't know actually how to handle this at this point, but I test all the batteries I sell. But these kits, there's no real way I can test the cells before shipping them to you. So
Yeah.
I don't really know the true
Oh my
capacity
gosh.
of what
I'm
I'm sending to you.
shipping this thing back.
I was gonna say. And Big Jim asked, people mention 1C discharge. What does that mean, and how do we determine that?
1C is how long it takes to discharge your battery fully, or not how long, how many amps it takes to discharge your battery fully in 1 hour. So 1C discharge for this battery would be pretty much a 6 amp draw.
I've got the West Mountain radio software. I've made some videos doing 1 amp per hour testing 5 and 10 amp hour batteries. I've tested a 50 and a couple 100 amp hour batteries, and it works really good. So when I get this done, I will make a video for that, and I'm sure it'll be just fine. But it'd be good proof to show what it'll do. I've got my heat gun over there. I'm gonna heat gun this later, but I'm pretty much done. I've got to heat gun this, and then put my stickers on, and it's finished. So this was fun. I appreciate you guys letting us do this. This was a good build. It's a hell of a lot easier than a Sherry node, but I'm just gonna
I was going to say, somebody in the chat was looking for fire and explosions, and so far no one's shorted anything. So I got myself a 10 ohm resistor, quarter watt.
Oh no,
boy.
here we
You want
go.
to see how it works? You ready
Oh,
for
this
it?
ought to be good.
Oh my gosh.
It should be a capacitor.
Right.
Right.
We should go find one of those. Come on.
Yeah, and
You
sorry
can
to
do
say, I can't find that result on my CBA. I know I had it because I
There we
spoke
go.
to you about
Oh, there it goes.
There's
there
smoke.
it is. There it is. Smoke.
There's some smoke.
You're welcome,
Wow.
Jeff. Phew.
I was gonna
Like
say
burnt
that
hair.
actually got quite bright.
You should
Found
do
it.
it like
Caught fire
Electro Boom and
with it.
just hook up a capacitor and have it explode in your face.
I don't got any of those lying around, sadly.
A friend of mine sent me a YouTube video one time. This guy had taken the lead out of a pencil and he put a positive and negative on it and he lit it on fire and he's like, "Oh, look at this!" And it was like, and they're writing in the comments of the video, they're like, "Dude, you need to be a ham radio operator. You should
Right in.
totally be a ham."
If you want to see fun with batteries, check out Styro Pyro.
Oh man,
Yeah.
those 100 car bat. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
It was
I don't
insane.
know how that dude is alive.
Yeah, I just
Oh, was that the guy
Holy
that
cow.
recently
connected
subbed
the
to
batteries?
Styropyro.
He's done so much
Yeah,
cool stuff. But
he had
yeah, he did
100
the
car
batteries.
batteries.
I
What
saw
was his
that in my
sponsor?
recommended videos.
What
He
what
had
was
some
that?
goofy sponsor.
What was that, Dennis? Dennis, did you say something?
He's muted.
Oh, I
right
was just
now.
saying that I just recently subbed to Styropyro and I saw his thing about voltage versus current and which kills you.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
That
lot
was
of
a big
people are
YouTube
arguing
drama.
with him. And
Yeah.
apparently, the voltage has to break your body's resistance in order to kill you. So, people say it's all about current, but really, it has to be a high
Well, if
enough
I-
voltage to break your skin.
If I
and then
injected
that's
myself with a needle and they connected that needle to 12
Yes.
volts on the sides of my arms, then I would die. Even if it
Yes.
was 12 volts. But
even if that was
you can
a
touch the ends of these
100
batteries and
milliamp
you're fine.
battery,
Yeah.
it only takes a few hundred milliamps to kill you.
Right? Big old bag of salt. Oh, I smell that resistor now. I'm like, oh my god, what's on fire? I got the magic smoke. It had to circulate. I'm like, oh, I blew up a resistor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why.
yeah. You did that on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Oh no,
So you can smell it on screen.
I have a zip tie missing. What did I not zip
Oh,
tie?
you did the wire over the BMS, so you actually don't need that zip tie.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
But you could put it right there, right? On the end of it?
Yeah, you could zip it up
Okay.
there. You do that at the very end.
After you heat shrink the two wires together, you put it on the back of that. According
Gotcha.
to the picture anyway.
Yeah, I will heat shrink this. I think I'll heat shrink this later because if I get out
me too.
the heat gun, then then I gotta act like I'm blow drying my hair too, and you don't want to see this lion's mane go up.
My heat gun's out in the garage, so that'll get done in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna do mine.
Oh, no one's gonna heat shrink theirs?
Well, I mean, I can.
How
I'm
convenient.
mine.
Yeah, all right, fine. I'm gonna do it right now.
I was waiting for y'all.
I will put it on my Instagram when I'm done with it, Dennis, just for you.
Let's say I might make a TikTok of me heat shrinking the battery.
Oh, that's a good
It's
idea.
like it's the most satisfying part of the build.
Hey, tell me if this is right. Nope. See, that's already wrong.
Yep, that is right.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
I did that before the
Good
stream started,
job.
and I asked Steve, is that right? He's like, I don't know. I think that's right.
That would be right.
All right, Sterling is now shrinking.
Damn, this thing
Yeah,
goes
shrink
quick.
it.
I wasn't
Let's-
looking, and it just started shrinking on me.
Those
Oh,
heat guns
yeah.
work really well. They work really well.
Yeah, Harbor Freight again, Warrior. Every
Oh,
time I
yeah.
turn this on, it smokes.
How do I pin him so I can remove pin? No, I wanna pin
for
him.
all.
There we go.
Just pin, right click the top, or no, yeah, left
I
click
got
the
it.
top of his. It's not pinned on YouTube though. There
Not
it is.
yet.
There
Not
it is. You got it. Yeah. Sean Ham Radio Dude left. He said he got pissed with himself. I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay.
So
Later, Sean.
It happens to the best of us.
he put it in the Discord chat. Sorry, I was pissed with myself.
Okay.
And so, Sterling, for those ends that kind of curling up there, you can actually press those down
Oh yeah.
while it's warm.
While they're warm.
Oh yeah. My heat gun's an Amazon special. It's like $20, man.
Yeah,
Ow.
mine I found in a garage that I was cleaning out. It's an old school like Craftsman or something.
Those Craftsman
Still works.
One of the best. Cannot beat Craftsman.
It's old school Craftsman, not the new Black and Decker crap.
Right. Well, that makes it better. So, yeah.
All right.
It's probably older than me.
Let's now that I'm to a stopping point, let's say hello to some people. Jeff Wingett, hello. Ham Radio Tube, K8MRD's in the house. Scout 75's here. Hello. Chris Radio and Life. Hello. Swamp Fox, Dennis, Sandy, James, Jeff. Adventures in Blind Videography is here. Hello. Brian, WM8G. Hey, Brian, next week is trivia. I expect to see you there.
Yes.
John, VE5JHN. Hello. Patrick. Hello. Al. Let's see. Who else is here?
Everybody's still watching Sterling heat shrink his battery.
Yeah.
While you're reading that.
It's like watching paint dry sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob
It's
N.
kind of satisfying, just like that film.
Pamela. Hello. Chaz. Chris Radio and Life is Ted W is here. Shane KI6QFI. Hello.
Oh, look, we got a few folks over the dumpster fire on the Clubhouse Discord.
Oh, are they doing Mystery Science 3000 or whatever?
Oh, they're probably commentating on the stream right now.
Right.
Jason
Jason.
Scout 75 is in there, so
Yeah.
there's no telling what's being said.
Scout, Sam, and Derek.
Yeah.
KB1WSE, Ron, W4OAH, ORH. Hello, Ron. How are you? Derek is in the house. Here's Eric in one JUR. So Jason and I were on Live Free and Ham.
Yeah.
Their podcast talking about our Rove. So go out and
I believe that premieres Monday.
yeah. So
I believe.
Can you go find the link and put that in the chat to their podcast? We had a good time.
And I have invited them onto our next happy hour, which is a week from tonight, right after Kyle's trivia.
Yes.
So
Cooley is here. Don in 5SKT. Carl, Jesse. There's Chuck. K6USY. Let's see. Who else is in the chat that I see? There you go, Sterling. Oh, and you even labeled it. Okay, now you know what you need to do is everyone needs to put the date on your radio of the day that it went into. I'm sorry, into your battery. The date that it went into service, so you know. Like in 10 years, how old is this battery?
It's a good idea.
Put your date on all your batteries so you know how old they are.
Good idea.
That's a very good job, Sterling.
Are we still watching Sterling?
Yeah, it looks like a.
Yeah, we're still watching. Yeah, let's get out of this.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, there you go. Give credit where credit is due.
And Kyle.
What? Taylor with the
Taylor. Oh my gosh, Taylor. K7AIE. Always support quality content. Looking forward to the next trivia next week. Thank you, Taylor. K7AIE. 100 QAR. I don't know what QAR is. Is that Cutter? Is that from Cutter?
QAR.
Guitar Royale.
Yeah.
Looks good, Sterling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate it. K7AIE. Thank you.
Katari Riles.
And Mike NTMAK is finishing his up.
Mike, I wasn't going to throw him under the bus, but yeah, it's about $28.
Yep. Thank
Either
you.
Way,
thank you, Taylor.
We appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you, Taylor.
That's still good.
That's a decent, yeah.
That's
a case of beer.
I'm not asking for anything.
It's two cases of whatever that crap is he drinks.
Ling Ling?
No.
Or, Sun Drop.
Sun Drop. 2 cases of Sun Drop.
That's not crap. Come on.
It's not crap. It's actually good. It's actually quite tasty. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got some of that stuff. It was great.
I was gonna say, Kyle, I think you know somebody that lives in Murfreesboro and can pick it up for you. So.
Well, I do. I should call Jason and say, "Hey, you need to get some." But I will. So if I pull back the green screen, you'd see like I still have. I still have 7 12-packs.
Sterling's going for the full smoke test.
Man.
Mike in 8YO. Hello. How are you? There's Lee. KI5YPR. Hello, Lee.
Very nice.
12.9 volts.
All right.
So have
like
you guys seen that TikTok channel that actually maybe Instagram? Her name is Carolyn, and she says, "Hi, my name is Carolyn. I'm a recovering Californian."
Yes.
So she did a video trying to pronounce Murfreesboro.
Oh,
and it was just,
God.
and she said it like 10 times in her. She's like, Murfreesboro, and she keeps going. And I sent that to Jason. I'm like, dude, you got to check this out. It was hilarious. Her whole channel is hilarious, but she's fun.
As somebody that spent their childhood in Middle Tennessee, that I got to go watch that.
Yeah.
Well, so Jason, you're done. I am done. All I have to do is heat shrink. Steve, you still have to heat shrink, right? But you're done.
Correct. Yep.
You're done. Mike is getting done. He's putting the stickers on. He actually heat shrinked, so he is physically done. And all of the warning.
Accoutrement.
Yeah. Sterling is done, and Sterling is going to try and transmit into his dummy load.
Oh man, I'm putting this away.
With his G90.
I thought he was going to just tune up the Cheerios.
Sterling, so Sterling's got a Halloween party to go to. What are you gonna be, Sterling?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
You
find
still
a
have
box to put on my head.
I was gonna
You
say
got the
couple's
Heil
costume.
You got the Heil Sound T-shirt, and you just built a battery. Just put the battery in a holster on your belt, and go as a ham radio operator.
Yeah, I can do that. It's fun.
you could almost be that guitarist Buckethead, but you're just a little off.
Just carry around my Nano. What do I got? Not a VNA, a spectrum analyzer. I'm an RF engineer.
A tiny
DenCo
SA.
box. Yeah, tiny SA.
You need one of those hard hats with the antenna, the HT antenna on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say mount a BNC in it and put a signal stick on it.
So
on JUR, thanks for the super chat.
oh yeah, Eric, thank you for the 1999 super chat. Batteries are sexy. Batteries are sexy. They are very sexy. Thank you for the super chat. Everyone go and subscribe to the Live Free and Ham podcast
I
out
shared
there.
the link up there a minute ago.
Yeah, go out and subscribe to that. We are going to be, Jason and I are on the next episode, but I've been listening to some previous episodes, and they're great. They're talking about Flex Radio. They're talking about Node Red, right up my alley. So I love it.
Nice.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Thanks for everyone for hanging out. Appreciate it. We got up to, I don't know, 75 viewers, which is great for a stream on kit building, especially on this channel. So, there's Big Jim with a 350 super chat. Sterling says,
You're welcome.
"Penny for smoke."
Although now I'm self-conscious because Shane was like, my sticker's crooked. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong. I did it on purpose, okay? Hey, Dennis, send me another sticker so I can fix my mistake.
Nice.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Very cool. Very cool. Jason, let's go around the horn, say our goodbyes, and figure out what's coming up on everyone's channel. Jason, you got the floor.
Okay. Let's see. Sunday, I live stream every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Texas time, which is currently 00 UTC on Monday until the time changes next month. So this Sunday, I have the Smokin' Ape coming on. We're going to test some RFI, or not RFI. We're going to do some spectrum analyzer testing with the Tiny SA.
Cool.
So he's expert on that subject. I'm going to send him a 6-pack of Miller Lite when we're done. Yeah. And yeah, I don't want it. So no, he's Ape's really proficient on the spectrum analyzer and splatter testing and whatnot. So we're gonna do that on Sunday, and then a week from today is the next Ham Radio Happy Hour, preceded by Kyle's Trivia at 7 Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the happy hour will take place 1 hour after that. So looking forward to that. Happy hour is always a fun time. I have a really good, really fun time hosting that. And if you have been on the happy hour in the past, I sent out an email yesterday, I think it was. But if you didn't get it for whatever reason, if you have a YouTube channel and you've been on the happy hour in the past, you are certainly more than welcome to come back. So same Zoom link as always. Hit me up on Discord if you didn't get it, and we'll hope to see you then. So thanks, Kyle. Thanks for inviting me tonight.
Yep. Thanks for coming. Steve, what you got anything you want to promote?
Yep. So this weekend is Support Your Parks POTA. So I'll be out.
Yes.
I'm going to go out and try some experimenting tomorrow. I'm going to try QRP and 10 and 6 meters.
You've got a battery for it now.
I got another battery for it. Got a few. And then I am working on videos on the club trailer, getting those edited. So that'll be coming out here soon. And Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern, the clubhouse. So,
yeah, very cool. 7 o'clock Tuesday nights, Ham Radio Clubhouse. Thanks for hanging out with us, Steve, and buying a battery and putting it together. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Mike, you are up. What's coming up on your channel?
I just put a video out on with something that's really cool that is in my backyard. Basically, it's like less than a half hour away that I can't believe I haven't been to, and that's the Antique Wireless Museum, which is in the Finger Lakes in New York. I just put a video out real quick. It's just a few minutes, kind of some of the highlights, but this place is amazing. I mean, it's not obviously there's amateur radio there, but it gets into everything from military radios, broadcast radio, television, everything. I see some things from like my childhood, like the Sony Watchman, like the little Sony TVs, and
nice.
I mean, it's awesome. It's for someone who's into amateur radio. I mean, it's like a kid in the candy store. So so, definitely check it out. I'll be out potaing tomorrow, obviously with Support Your Parks weekend. And Dennis, a quick question. I think you said that the N9 SAB off-center fed dipole, that was like the first antenna you did like HF on, right?
Yes, that's
so
correct.
I will be bringing out the brand new battery, and I will put it on the air for the first time with the N9 SAB off-center fed dipole for you tomorrow. And thank you guys so much. Now, this was great. I can't believe I did this, and I did this quick, actually.
Yeah. Thanks for putting all the camera stuff together and getting OBS all situated. Appreciate it, Mike.
It's a good learning experience.
Yeah. Go type in into MAK into YouTube, and actually someone, I don't think Mike's a mod. Somebody can put Mike's YouTube channel.
It's just Mike into MAK. So
okay, very good. Yeah, go and subscribe to Mike's YouTube channel, and let's get him. What's your sub count at currently?
It's just over 750. Yeah.
Push him to 1,000. Let's get him to 1,000. Yes. Yep.
Right.
Very cool. Thanks, Mike, for hanging out and buying a battery and putting it together. Appreciate it. Sterling, you're up.
What? Hey,
Oh my God.
who am I? Sterling, N0SSE. I haven't made a YouTube video in probably 2 years or so, but occasionally Kyle drags me out.
That's not true. You did that HT video right after Hamvention when I was teasing about not making videos. So I'd like to take credit for Sterling being back on YouTube.
Yes, that was all for you. That was absolutely for you.
You said in the beginning of the video it was for me.
Yeah,
it was a good video. It was a good video.
To be fair, I haven't made a video of what's the word? Of
substance?
True, substance. That's the word. For a while, because who wants to do that? Except for all of y'all. But yeah, N0SSE. I'm still on the things. I have put out a few more TikToks than normal, but most of the time I'm really just taking pictures of my dog and putting it on my personal Instagram. So good luck finding me where that is. I'm sure it's not that hard. But I appreciate Kyle for dragging me out of my basement, into my basement, and Dennis for putting this on. So it was good fun. I love kits. And in fact, I can show you, I have a whole entire box full of them. And I don't even know what I got in here. Like, I've got things I designed myself. I've got some keys. I've got some endfeds. I've got breadboards. I've got just components all over the place. And then there's even more kits on that back wall. So maybe I'll go make some of those. Anyway.
That's my problem. I buy these damn kits and then I don't put them together.
I was going to say, the common mode choke test kit.
Yeah.
From Halibut.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's on my list to build.
Yep.
It can't be a hard kit. It's just a couple connectors.
All right. Thanks, Sterling.
All right, I'm going to go to the Halloween party.
All right.
73, y'all.
See you later.
73.
Dennis, I want to thank you for letting us buy these kits early and being here, taking time out of your Pacificon schedule and helping us through the questions. I know that you probably have some things that you want to do. Probably need to go get some dinner because it's close to dinner time there. But thank you. I appreciate it. Where can we go and buy these kits after you get back from Pacificon?
They're going to be available on my site, shop.denco.enterprises, or you just look up DenCo Enterprises. You'll find my site via Google. But
the link is in the description below.
Cool.
And we just put it in the chat a ton of times.
And
so.
I really appreciate it. You are my guinea pig group. And it was really fun watching each of you go through the instructions, just to kind of sanity check my instructions, make sure that I'm not, making assumptions about how people are going to try to build this. Didn't seem like there was any hitches or problems. Maybe a little bit of confusion on how to orient the battery and what a terminal flap is, maybe. But other than that, it seemed like pretty understandable from my take, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pictures were great. The instructions were great. I love instructions that have pictures but are not too wordy, because I am a kit builder who literally will only look at the pictures and say, is the thing that I'm setting in front of me, does it look like that picture?
Right.
Yeah.
So very cool. Well, yeah, go ahead.
So thanks for having me on. And thank you for doing this group build.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for putting the kit together for us.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is going to go. I know exactly what kit. So if you watch Thomas Witherspoon, he has a kit for everything, right? Everything is, and the kit is a self-contained. It's got a radio, an antenna, coax, connectors, battery, all of the things together. And I'm excited to get this battery in one of the kits that was missing a battery. So I am excited to complete a kit with this battery. So that's going to be awesome.
I was gonna say, this one's going with my KX3.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So next week, no Monday night new CW roundtable. It is the following week, and I don't know what our topic. Oh, it's going to be improving your speed, getting your speed up on CW, and then like Jason said, next Friday is trivia at 7 p.m. followed by Jason's happy hour at 8 p.m. So be looking for that. And if you haven't liked the video, please do so. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel and helps promote some of the things that I'm doing on ham radio. So very good. That's it from here. That's it from St. Louis. The big STL, where we can't play hockey and our baseball team suck this year. So anyway, very good.
But you can tune up the arch.
We can tune up the arch on 160 meters.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. 73.
73 all.
73, guys.
73.